All right, this is Sid Owsley from the Determination Determines Destination podcast, where we share stories of people using what I call the 3Ds to success. Determination determines destination to overcome obstacles and challenges in their life. And today I have with me Mr. Teon, Coach Singletary. Coach Teon Singletary is from Trio, South Carolina. He's currently serves in Army National Guard, holding the rank of captain. Within his 16 years of service, he has deployed once to Kuwait as the battle captain of 1,000 plus soldiers. He received multiple leadership awards and recognition because of his leadership skills during his time in service. Coach Singletary graduated from D.B. Cooper Elementary in 2001 and C.E. Murray High School in 2005. He received his bachelor's degree in computer science from SCSU in 2009 and his master's in information technology management from Webster University in 2017. Coach Singletary is an entrepreneur and the founder, CEO of two small businesses, SP Services LLC, which specializes in graphic designing and self-book publication, Teon Singletary Leadership Empowerment, which specializes in professional leadership development and life coaching and small business consultant. He is a certified speaker, teacher, and coach of the John C. Maxwell Team, which is the #1 leadership training company in the world. Also mentored by Mr. Les Brown in his Prodigy program and the Power Voice system, where he teaches how to use your voice through stories from your life. Welcome, Coach Teon Singletary. How are you today, sir?
I am outstanding, Sid. I appreciate you, man. It is an honor and a privilege to be here with you.
Hey, it's great having you on. You have a wonderful record and history of service and education and entrepreneurship. Tell us about your use of what I call the 3Ds to success. Determination determines destination to overcome obstacles and challenges and to arrive at where you're now in life.
Yeah, sure. So, we all have to start somewhere, in life. And I came from a poverty household. And so my mindset was there where this is all I got. This is all I have. This is all the resources I have. So I would never be able to get out of the box, per se, get out of the country of Trio, where there is trees, and more trees, nothing but woods where I'm from. And that was my box. That was the call that I've been dealt. How many of us have deficiencies in life that if we would allow it, it would deter us from really reaching our true destiny in life? So you got to have that tenacity as a lion, I would say, that determination to get out there and go get it. So one of the things I did in order to get out of that box was to be determined to join the military. Even though I had deficiencies, I was flat-footed, I'm knock-knee, I'm pigeon-toed, so many things that against me say that you will not be a soldier in the military, but I gave that to God and allowed him to order my steps. And I listed with the military, National Guard in the grade of as a junior in high school, and I was approved. So I went to basic training at AIT, and here I am now, a captain in the Army National Guard of South Carolina, and I am enjoying every bit of it. But it took some determination to get there. It took me getting started. It took me taking the first step to get outside of the box that everyone else living in and get out of this rat race and try to do something with my life, to create a career path for myself. And the military was the starting point of my career path. And once I did that and I started learning more and more about life, we have what we have now with me having two businesses on the side, working for a nonprofit, and just adding value to people who I meet in this thing we call life.
Awesome. Thank you for your service. And hey, knock-knee, pigeon-toed, you made it.
Exactly.
Yeah, captain in the Army National Guard. You didn't let anything hold you back. You were determined to determine your own destination in life. That is awesome.
Yes, man, and I enjoy every bit of it, man. It's just an honor to be able to serve in the capacity that I have so far, and to allow God to use me to be that light that's in the lighthouse for others to see.
That's great. So in starting your businesses, starting on the path of entrepreneurship, we know that it's a straight line to success. There's no obstacles, no challenges.
Yeah, right.
Tell us about your story of determination in that area of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, sure. So in order to get started in my business, that's exactly what I had to do. Getting started was my challenge. Even though I knew I had entrepreneurship inside of me, there still was the fear factor. The fear factor of, oh, I'm going to fail, or I'm going to mess up, or I'm going to make mistakes, or I'm going to lose a lot of money, or they're naysayers, or those haters behind your back saying, you can't do this. It's impossible. Who you think you are? You don't have the capabilities to do what you want to do. You don't have the potential to be great, right? So I had a lot of that in my head that was causing me not to get started. So when I first had the idea of creating a business, it was 2013, once I came back from overseas in Kuwait in 2012. And I didn't get started then because all this fear, all this naysayers. But what I want to tell you is you got to allow your haters to be your motivators, right? So I allowed them to motivate me to start investing into myself and pointing to me so that I could be able to have the mindset, the willpower, the determination to start it. So in 2025, that's when I created my first business, Serves LLC, which is a book publishing business. But when I started, it was a graphic designing business. And I took the first step. I created the name for SP Serves LLC, and then everything else was history. So I had to take the first step. I had to bet in me. I had to fall and grow my wings as I fell, right? And that was the thing that got my business started, is me taking the first step to want more in life.
That's a great story. And what you said about the haters, and using that as fuel. You know, many times people let what other people say, the doubt and the hate stop them, but you use that as fuel. You use that as stepping stones. You use that as that could be part of your why.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, I'm gonna show you. You know how we do. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah, there you go.
So
exactly.
In your entrepreneurial journey, what's been some of your big wins? What are some of the things that you have seen happen in your businesses, in your journey, that have really been big wins for you to help you keep going?
My biggest win, I would have to say, when I decided to invest into me, to invest into my mind, because I came from a poverty mindset. So I had to work on my mind. I had to redevelop my mindset. So I started my self-development process. And that process was very long. I didn't read my first book from cover to cover until I was overseas in 2012. So in high school, what I did was I went online and I found a summary of a book. And I read the summary, and I created my summary based on that summary and my own, what I say, knowledge at that time. But I never read a book from cover to cover. But when I first read my first book in 2012 from cover to cover, I realized something. I realized that there were potential with reading. And in order to be the best leader that I wanted to be, I learned that leaders are readers. Leaders must read to become better leaders, right? So I started reading books, and I started falling in love with the knowledge that is within the covers of a book. And now I have audio books that I listen to and read. I have soft covers, hardcover books that I dig into because I realize how important it is to read. And when I look at all the successful people there is in the world, there's a lot of celebrities, a lot of famous people in the world. One of the key factors that they have to make them so successful is just one thing, and that is they read. They read. Right. So when I saw that, I was like, maybe I need to start doing the same thing. And that's why I'm on this journey of reading as many books that I can that will impact my life so that I can be able to pour it into the others as well. Again, right? So that's where I get all my knowledge from. It's reading, networking, learning from other people, and sharing my knowledge, and they sharing their knowledge. And then I'm using that to apply it into my life, to apply it into my business. So my biggest win is really investing into me, investing into my mindset.
That's great. Yeah, that is your biggest and best investment you could ever make in life, to invest in your own personal development. And when you mentioned how important reading is to you, I remember now that when we shared the stage just last month in November in Alpharetta, Georgia, at the Main Seat Mastermind event, that was the topic of your talk: how reading saved your life.
Exactly, because it really did, man. It really did. Because I mean, just coming from a poverty mindset and a poverty type life, you don't have those things. You don't have those resources. I wasn't taught to read and how important reading was. So when I started creating my first networking business through the Amway, I learned about reading. I learned about self-development. That's when my growth plan started. When I bought into the LTD system, the Leadership Team Development System, and one of the main factors they had was you had to read. They give you a list of books to read, and you had to read them in order to grow yourself. You had to read them, right? So that's where I started my self-development, is during that time when I decided to invest into a multi-billion-dollar type marketing type business in order to grow my wealth per se. And that's where that actually was my first business that I created, was when I went into that multi-million-dollar type business networking type team. So I mean, it's very interesting how when I look back over my life and realize that my growth started when I started reading. It wasn't when I was in high school, right? Because all the things I learned in high school, I don't really use it now at all in life. So it doesn't give me the applications that I need, the life applications I need in order to apply on my day-to-day life. But reading does, because you can pull the hidden nuggets within there and use it for your life.
That's so right. And it's so great that you were able to recognize how important reading was to you, even though, like as you said, in high school you were still able to pass because you were able to hack the system using technology. Technology is a wonderful thing. But you didn't use that as your crutch, because you realized that was only going to get you but so far in life.
Exactly.
So it's wonderful that you said, okay, I was able to make it past this certain point, but you didn't rest in that. You said, hey, I got to develop myself further, better,
Exactly.
stronger, faster.
Exactly.
You were determined. Thank you. So, exactly. Coach, tell us about the programs that you've been in for personal development, such as the John C. Maxwell program and the Les Brown programs.
Yes. So when I started getting on this journey of self-development, one of the things was I started watching Les Brown and listening to Les Brown. I started watching John Maxwell, listening to John Maxwell. And one of the books that I read by John Maxwell was Putting Your Dreams to the Test. And I invested into his Putting Your Dreams to the Test program. And I was like, this is something right here. And then he came out with another program called Intentional Living. Wow. And I read through that book, and that book rocked my world.
Wow.
That book really rocked my world. And then I was like, you know what? I need to really, really be intentional about my growth. I need to start and really, truly going all in with who I am and who I want to become. So that's when I started looking at the John Maxwell team and how to be part of that. And then in 2016, December, I remember this date, December 2016 is when I joined the John Maxwell team. And then I started that program and going into the John Maxwell Team University and started learning different curriculums and different mindsets and different successful habits that you need to have in your life. Like, what time do you wake up in the morning? What time do you go to bed? What do you do between the hours that you are awake?
Yep.
Like, be intentional with your hours. Like, what are you doing that is productive in where you want to go? And then in 2018, I stepped up to the next level. I joined the mentorship part of the John Maxwell team, where I had coaches coming around me and pouring into me every single day, and it was great because I felt change and I felt the growth happening in my life. So in 2020, I was like, okay, it's time for me to level up again, And then Les Brown came with this power voice type program. I was like, power voice? I like the sound of that. So I watched this video and I looked at the chat room. He said, hey, if you really want to grow yourself and you really want to tell your story, I will teach you to tell your story. Pick voice in the comments. So, I'm going to do this. Pick voice in the comments, and they send me an email. I was like, oh, they're real. Okay, they're serious about this. So I'm going to get serious too. So that's when I invested into the power voice training. And I'm telling you, man, if you haven't invested into the power voice system with Les Brown, then what are you waiting for? If you really want to tell your story, then you need to connect with Les Brown and allow him to pour into you, allow him to pull out your stories and show you how to do it effectively. Okay? I mean, because I came almost from the same background that he have from the environment. So he really connected with me. And when he started sharing his story and started sharing other people's stories and pulling it out and showing them how to do it, I was like, wow, this is crazy. And this is live. Every week he go live with you and talk with you, to you, and show you the ropes on how to be the best speaker there is in the world. So if you want to be part of the Power Voice system, reach out to me. I can help you out with that. I can guide you along that way as well. Because if you really want to grow yourself, push yourself, man, you got to truly all in, invest into your mindset, invest into the systems that are working. John Maxwell Team is a world-class leadership, that like one of the best program, fast-growing program there is in leadership. Les Brown is the #1 motivator guru per se in the world. When you have these two type people on your side, coaching you live, coaching you on a daily basis, man, you have no other choice but to change your life, right? You have no other choice but to become the best version of yourself. So do that. If you really want that, then guess what? It's time for you to do something about it.
That's right. If you are determined to change your life, to tell your story, as you said, Coach, Les Brown's Power Voice system is an awesome tool. You're learning from the best. And I've heard nothing but great things about John C. Maxwell. I remember seeing him in the film The Secret. And so I'm sure that he has an awesome program as well, hearing your high praises from it. And I've heard other people talk about it as well. Your journey of personal development, people talk about entrepreneurship. And as we've just been talking about, the best and probably the first investment that they should make is in themselves before they even really start digging into a business, because that personal development piece is what's going to help you deal with the obstacles and challenges that you will most definitely have when you start your own business.
Amen to that.
And so you're in another program that both of us are in, the Thinking into Results. How has that been for you?
So Thinking into Results is all about what the title is. Thinking into Results. So being able to, one of the things that I have been doing lately and I've been doing a lot of. That's why I have the book Reflection Time and Goal Setting, is really reflecting and asking the right questions in order to really think into your results, because everyone got goals, everyone got vision, everyone have dreams that they want to achieve. But are you really digging deep into the why you want that? Like, what is those results is going to give you? I mean, how are you going to feel when you receive the results? Is the reward greater than the pain that you're going to have to go through? Because you want to go through pain. And let me tell you something, when they're talking about results and trying to go into where you're trying to go, if the pain outweighed the results, if the pain outweighed the achievement, then guess what's going to happen? 9 times out of 10, I would say 10 times out of 10, you are going to give up.
Yeah.
You are going to quit. So you got to make sure that you create the reward to be greater than what the pain that you're going to suffer through in order to reach that level. So, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You got to really think into it. You got to ask the right questions so that you can get the right results that you are aiming for.
That's so true. The TIR signature result. One of the big things I learned was the goal setting piece. In particular, what's called the C-type goal in the program. Many times we set goals, and a lot of times we're setting goals that we basically know we can attain. It may be something just outside of our comfort zone, but it's something that we pretty much know we can do if we put certain pieces together.
Exactly.
But thinking into results goes to a whole nother level with goal setting. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So goal setting, I had to mix the two together with the John Maxwell team as well, because they teach us a lot about goal setting as well. And everyone think about just setting a goal, just saying, hey, just a very vague goal of, hey, I want to create a business, right? That's the goal. But make it specific. I mean, we're like, what is that? Like, what are you really trying to achieve? Like, what is that goal that you want? Be very specific. Use the SMART method, right? And write it down and make it plain, and so that it would not tear you away from you, right? So creating a goal, there's certain things that you must do. And again, like I said, I'm blending the two together. Certain things that you must do in order to reach that goal. One, you got to be very, very specific on what that goal is, what you want to achieve, and don't have your emotion tie into it. Don't think about the resources that you currently have.
Okay.
When you set a goal, you want to think about you got all the resources you need in order to achieve it. Even though you may not have it physically, but that's the way how you got to visualize it. You got to visualize what you want now before you even have it, right? So set a goal that will scare you. Set the goal that it will scare you, where you will need the universe to come in to help you out. Because when that happens, you always will achieve your goal and you will exceed your expectations, but you got to be determined about it, right? So that's why I started the program now for 2021, the digital vision boarding. Thank you, Alicia Little, for giving me that training and giving me the resources that I need in order to provide that virtual training that I'm going to be providing to millions of people next year. And that is visualizing what you want, even though that you don't have the resources, but really visualizing that goal and speaking it into existence every single day. Not one day and then quit and then wait for another month and do it. No, every single day.
Every day.
Speak it into existence. And what that does, when you visualize it and you sit there and you visualize that you got it, you have it, and think about how you feel when you got that result, like how good you feel and what type of difference can you make in your life with it, right? And when you do that every day, you get a sense of encouragement, a sense of like your vibration that you will give out will be 100% different than everyone else because you setting your goals differently. That's why. You're using a different method on setting your goals. So you really got to think through it. Think your way to results, right? You know, but I mean, there's so much more. There's so much more. That's why I do a workshop on reflection time and goal setting, because it's so much things that you need to do. There's questions you can ask yourself. There's things that you do not want to fall into, like mistakes you want to fall into. And one of them I already shared, and that is thinking small. Don't think small when you set your goals. Think big. Think big. Think where it really scares you. Like one of my goals is to make $10K a month. That scares me.
Yeah.
$10,000 a month. I don't have the resources, but guess what? That's my goal, because I'm gonna start becoming the person that I need to be in order to receive $10K a month in my bank. That's what you gotta do. You gotta set it where it scares you. If it's not scaring you, then you're not setting goals.
That's right. That's right. And you mentioned the vision boarding class and Alicia Little. That's the second time that has been mentioned on my podcast. It is indeed an awesome class. Thank you very much, Alicia Little, for introducing that to us. And Coach, I know that you're doing great with introducing people to that vision boarding class.
Yes, I am.
So in your entrepreneurial journey, in your businesses and your personal development, what are your future plans? What do you have coming up that you're going to do to expand things?
Oh, man, I am so excited that you asked me that question, man, because I am just excited for the future. I am excited for 2021. And guess what? 2021 is right around the corner. It's literally tomorrow. It's literally tomorrow. And I am so ready. Why? Because of the vision that I have for my TSLE brand and my vision that I have for my book publishing brand, you know. So I have a couple of things that I have set. And one of the main things is I want to increase my stream of income and build my network. Like talking to people or like-minded like yourself, Sid, and everyone else that I'm working with, and looking forward to 2021. Look, I already scheduled myself into multiple podcasts for next year. I already started doing small talks with different entrepreneurs that is determined to reach success, right? And that's what you got to do. You got to create a different circle, an inner circle that where you are going in the direction that you want to go. Because, you know, there's a saying, right? Who you surround yourself with is who you will become. The 5 people that you surround yourself with, the income that they are making, guess what? Most likely you will be making that same amount of income. So surround yourself with like-minded people that really want something out of life, and I guarantee you will reach it. So that's why I want to build on my network. And then I also want to develop my TSLEWLI. If you don't know what that stands for, then guess what? You better stand by. Teon Singletary Leadership Empowerment weekly live inspiration, where I'm going to be inviting guest speakers to come in, like Sid, to give them 10 minutes to be able to share their story and speak life into people, right? And then also I have some actual programs I'm going to be giving weekly as well, some curriculums. The first one is going to be putting your dreams to the test and helping you to ask the right questions, 10 questions to make sure that you're on the right path on your dream. And then on the latter part of next year, I'm going to be doing a training on today's matter. And just let you know that what you do today really does matter. And in order for you to become the best leader that you want to be, you have to reflect daily, and you got to make the right choices each and every day. And both of those curriculums is from the John Maxwell team. It's from him himself, from his books. So I'm going to be doing masterminds and trainings on those curriculums next year. So I'm going to be doing multiple masterminds, multiple trainings in order to pour into people's lives. I have 2 courses that I'm going to be coming up with. One of them is Change Your World, the John Maxwell new book, Change Your World. And this class is going to be free. So if you want to be part of the Change Your World mastermind, then make sure you reach out to me, and I'll put your name in the hat to be able to have a class with you and some other people, so that we can really think into our future and change this world for the best. I have another one for the youth, because I love the youth, and the next generation is the people that's going to help us in the future, right? So I want to pour into them. So I have an I Lead program where I will be taking 5 to 8 youth and mentoring them for a 2 to 3 year process in core values, leadership, and communication, so that they can be able to be the best version of themselves when they graduate from high school. And there's so much more. I just created a university that's called TS University, Teon Singletary University, where I'm gonna be doing online courses where you can be able to listen to it and watch it on demand. When you drive it in your car, going to work, while you're in the yard working out, or doing whatever you're doing in the house, you will be able to pour into yourself what these programs that will completely intentionally add value to you so that you can be able to change your life for the best. So I'm just excited, and that's just some of the things that I'm doing. But I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited for the growth, and I thank God for giving me the vision that he has given me to be great in me and to help others to be great as well.
You got some awesome plans, Coach. 2021 is going to be your year.
There you go, brother.
Get it done in 21. So, Coach, as we wrap things up, once again, tell people how they can get in contact with you so that they can experience the awesome things that you're going to have going on.
Yes, I like to keep it the military method, the KISS method, and that is keep it simple, stupid, right? So you can just reach out to me by going to my website, www.teonsingletary.com, or you can email me at bless@teonsingletary.com. That's BLESS@teonsingletary.com. On social media, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, just type in Teon Singletary and my pages will pop up. Or do the @Teon Singletary on Twitter, Instagram, and maybe on Facebook as well, and it will link you to my profiles. Now, if you really want to find me, hey, just use the best resource there is in the world, and it's called Google. Google.
That's right.
Put in my name in Google search, and everything about me will pop up for you to be able to use, be able to see my books, my social media pages, everything. So that's how you can get in contact with me. If you want to be part of my weekly live inspiration, make sure you reach out to me and let me know, and I will send you the link so you can be able to register. And the registration is free. It's free, guys, and you get inspiration to you weekly. You'll be able to join me live weekly. Right. So if you're really determined to change your life, to reach the destination that you want, then maybe invest into yourself and pour into yourself and create a growth plan for yourself.
All right, Coach Singletary, it has been great having you on the show. I look forward to joining you on your show.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, man. It was an honor and a privilege to be here, and I'm just excited for you and what you are doing and how you are really pouring into the lives of others. Continue to do what you do, brother.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be able to provide a platform for people to share their story, to share their journey and what they're doing and the products and services that they have to offer the world. It is my pleasure and honor to do so. And this is Sid Owsley from Determination Determines Destination podcast, where we share stories of people who use what I call the 3 Ds to success: determination, determines, destination, to overcome obstacles and challenges in their lives. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for allowing me to share other people's stories. Sid Owsley, I'm out. Have a great day.